Hello everyone! So glad you've joined us for another pressed flower tutorial. Today we are making pressed floured brownies. And so in the description below will be the supplies that are needed. So let's just hop right in. First thing we're going to do is we're going to line our baking sheet. I'm using an 8x8. If you have a 7x7, even a 9x9, you'll just have to adjust accordingly. They'll just be thinner brownies. 7x7 would be ideal, but I don't have one, so I'm going with 8x8. We're going to take our parchment paper. This is a little trick for lining our sheet. We're going to measure it out here. And stuff I'm using has these nice cut lines on it, so that's helpful. You can just tear it off with the box on the box, but I'm going to use the lines to help me do it right. Down a little bit farther so it'll fit my pan. And we'll just double check this and we'll square it up a little bit. There we go. So once you have it sized right, you may be wondering why we're doing this on the outside. We're going to shape it to your pan, fold over your corners. We're going to get it to fit our pan like this. It's kind of like you're wrapping it like a gift. Fold your corners over and make some creases. This just helps it shape a little bit better when we go to put it inside the pan. So you can see the creases we've got made. Now, we're going to flip our pan over, but before we put our paper in, we are going to put a little bit of oil in it just to grease the pan, so make sure nothing sticks so everything can come out easily. You can use cooking spray if you have it. I just use a little bit of cooking oil and wipe it everywhere. Up the sides and everywhere. Go. Now we can take our parchment paper and using the creases as a guide, tuck it down in. And now we will actually flatten it out so that it fits the pan perfectly. There we go. Now that's ready. We can set this aside for just a moment. And now you want to take a microwave safe bowl You can do this two ways. We're going to melt the chocolate. I'm going to do it in the microwave in a bowl, or you can do it in a double boiler on the stove. So we're going to weigh out our chocolate. Put your bowl or your whatever you're using for your chocolate on first, and then hit tar. Now we can measure out 4 ounces of our dark chocolate or dark chocolate chips, whatever you're using. That's my oven, just beeped because it came up to temperature, so you do want to make sure you've got your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Got a little too many chocolate chips in here, so just get it. There we go. 4 ounces. Put that into our bowl. Put this aside. And we're going to take our butter. So we have 1 stick of butter. We're going to put that, and we're melting that together with our chocolate. For those of you who might be watching that are not in the US, 1 stick of butter is a half a cup. Now we're going to put it in the microwave. And I'm just going to use 30 seconds at a time because I don't want to overcook it or burn it. I'm just trying to melt the two together. All right, we're going to give that a stir and see if we need to put it back in again. We want to get it so that it's nice and smooth. It's melting as we go, so we'll just see if it will keep going. I am going to put it back in the microwave for just another short burst. And I'm going to just do 20 seconds this time. Stir. Make sure we get all the lumps out and that everything is melted up nice. Almost there. Okay, that's looking good. Nice and smooth. And we're just going to set that aside for a minute, let it cool slightly. And we're going to take another bowl. We're going to mix our brown sugar and our eggs together. So it's 1 cup of brown sugar. Kind of lightly pack it in and level it off. And 3 eggs. Okay. Now if you have an electric mixer, you can use this. Use it to mix this up good. We want to mix it for 3 to 5 minutes. So it's going to be nicely incorporated and the eggs will be whipped, beaten, well beaten. We don't want any lumps of brown sugar. Just want to make sure we get it mixed up real good. Just crushing the lumps here. Now a note about your pressed flowers that we're going to be using a little later. Regardless of how you press your flowers, you want to do them in a brand new press. Meaning you don't want to be pressing them in papers or liners or felt or anything that you've pressed another flower in, because not all flowers are edible. And you don't want the other flowers to contaminate the ones that you're going to eat. So you want to do it in a fresh press that has not been touched by inedible flowers, because some are very poisonous and you really don't want to risk that cross-contamination on your flowers. You also want to be absolutely certain that the flowers that you're using are safe to eat. Now today I'm using violas. Violas and pansies are beautiful edible flowers that really dress up any dessert, cookies, brownies. They just make a beautiful decoration. Cakes, whatever you want to put them on. Just a couple more lumps and then I think we're ready to go. Get them squished. There we go. The eggs look well beaten. So now we're going to put our vanilla extract. Okay. So we mix in our vanilla. Once we have our vanilla mixed in, next we're going to mix in our flour. So if you don't have self-rising flour, you can use 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and mix them together, and that will give you your self-rising flour. So we're going to take our 1 cup of self-rising flour. We're just going to slowly mix it in because we don't want to get lumps. Once you have it well incorporated and smooth, next we're going to add our chocolate. Most of it, we are going to leave out roughly 2 tablespoons that we're going to use for a glaze. So we're not going to use it all. We want some for the top when we're finished. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl to get it all mixed in nicely. Scrape the bottom too. That looks good. And we're just going to set that off to the side for a minute because we're going to chop up some macadamia nuts. We're going to mix in. We want a 1/3 cup of chopped macadamia nuts. And we're also going to put a 1/3 cup of white chocolate chips. So you can chop these as small or as big as you want them. That just all comes down to whatever your personal preference is. That's just about right. Oh. Put that in. And our white chocolate chips. Mix them in good so they're spread all throughout the batter. And now we can put that in our pan. Spatula. There we go. You just want to make sure it's evenly spread. Spread evenly in your pan. So it's go. And now we're going to place it in our oven for 18 to 20 minutes. We're just going to watch it, and when the toothpick comes out clean, then we know that it's done. Alright, still pretty gooey. I'll leave it in for a couple more minutes. Alright, toothpick looks good. I'm gonna pull it out. Now that we'll leave that to sit and cool until it's 100% cool before we remove it from the pan. Okay, now that our brownies have completely cooled, we can take them out of the pan. Should be able to just loosen them up and lift them out. And just peel down the parchment paper. You want to leave it there for now because this will actually help catch any drippings when we put the when we ice it. So we're going to take the rest of our chocolate. If by chance this is sat and it's solidified again, just stick it back in the microwave for 10 or 20 seconds, depending on the strength of your microwave, just to make it liquid again. Because we're going to glaze our brownies with it. So we're just going to take it and we're going to spread it all over the top of our brownies. Just want to paint the top with it. Doesn't matter if it drools off, that's why we left the paper there. There we go. Just don't want any bare spots. And now we're going to decorate with our pressed flowers. So I've stored my pressed flowers. I pressed them ahead of time and I've stored them in a baggie that says edibles on them. So I know that these are the ones that are safe to use. Now you can just arrange your flowers however you would like. If you know how you're going to cut them, you can arrange them in little patterns. We'll say we're going to make a little bouquet right here. Okay. And then I can cut it like this. Or you can just place them all over, and then as you cut them, you can cut through the flowers as well. I'm gonna arrange mine kind of in how I think they'll be served. In little bouquets on each slice. And when the chocolate cools and solidifies, then they will be stuck on the brownies. You just want to gently push it down and make sure it sticks. And there are many different kinds of edible flowers that you can do this with. But again, you just want to be absolutely certain that what you're using is safe to eat. Have fun with this, get creative with this. This is guaranteed to be a unique dessert that you will serve. Oops. There we go. Now you can take some writing icing if you want. We're gonna go with yellow. Whatever you'd like, you can add add different designs. However you'd like to finish decorating it, again, just get creative. If you've made along with us or you make your brownies, put a picture, share it in our Facebook group. We would love to see what you made and the beautiful brownies that you'll get to share. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.